It's day 7 of season 2 of Daphne Designs. Let's take a little tour of our house so far. We just really need to add like some little details today. I think everything is looking like really good, but like this hallway out here that we just walked through, I feel like it needs something, and we need to put something in that first like kind of like living room area. And then this bookcase back here needs something. And then also the bookcase like upstairs, and there's a few more details I want to add to the upstairs. I'm not sure how I didn't get this recorded, but I covered this one wall back here with ivy, and for some reason it just didn't get recorded, guys. And I'm going to use my favorite plant, the 4-leaf plant, to make this like flower, or this like really big flower on the wall back here or on the side. And of course I'm just going to change it to a purple color, and then once I get it to the right size, I'm actually going to clone it and then move it so that it actually makes a flower on the wall. After I get the flower like where I want it, I kind of think it needs like a leaf, so I'm going to use this bio bush, and I'm going to use 2 of them, and I'm just going to make like little leaves like underneath the flower so it looks more like a flower. It might just be because the color is like so close to the wall, like the wall color, but I don't know, the leaves just make it look more like a flower to me. I'm really just trying to make like everything look like this purple, like go with this theme of like flowers and purple. Then something else that's going to make it just look like even more like a flower is I'm going to use this sphere for the middle of it, and I'm just going to change the color to like a little bit different than the flower color. And I think it was like super simple, but yet it still brings in our flower theme. Then because I covered that wall with like ivy, it's like our furniture is like sticking into the ivy, so I'm just going to like move it like out of the way. But I still want to make sure that there's like a walkway there so that we can get over to that bookcase if we need to. And next I want to work on like finding stuff to put on this bookcase back here. I'm going to use this small bevel cylinder. Really my plan is just to fill the shelf with like what looks like perfume bottles, or just like bottles in general, like kind of stuff like that. I mean, I guess it would have been easier if I just covered the whole thing with books, but I just didn't even think about it, and I just didn't do that. But I feel like making some perfume bottles and then just putting like some shampoo bottles and stuff like that on the shelf, it's just gonna look like really girly, because obviously this house is like a really girly house. So to make the perfume bottles, I just did like the beveled piece, and then I'm gonna use the small bevel one like to go above it, and I'm just gonna size it down and make it just like fit on top of it. So I don't know, it looks like a perfume bottle to me. And it seems like I had such a hard time. You just kind of have to move your camera angle like around so you can see like exactly where it's placed. But really, how many people are going to get that close to it and like examine it and make sure it's just perfect? But then here I am trying to make it look just perfect, or just like in the right spot. Also, I'm really just like kind of duplicating those things. And if you see like on that top shelf, I just put like the small little bevel piece like in front of the bigger one. And I guess it just kind of looks like there's stuff on the shelf. And most of the time I'm using like purple or white or like a blue, because I just don't want it to stand out like too much. Really, when you walk up the stairs, I just want it to look like there's stuff on the shelves. So after I got those just right, I actually went out and got this shower gel bottle, and I just put it on this other shelf, and then I cloned it actually twice. So there's 3 of those bottles like on that shelf. And then I just kind of changed the color of them, but they're very similar in color. It looks like one of them's like purple or like a pinky purple, and then another one's like darker, and then there's like a white one. But I think I like all the stuff on the shelf like better than I would if there were like a bunch of books. And I think that's about all we need on the shelf. I think that's looking like pretty good. Oh wait, maybe we could put like a plant on the shelf, and that way it would give it like a little bit of green over there. I use this luxury small plant, and then I'm just going to put it up on this top shelf, or the second from the top shelf, to the left side of the bottles, and I'm not even going to like change the color of it or anything because I really like it. And then the only other thing that I think I want to put on the shelf is the folded shirt pile, but I'm just going to do one, and then I'm going to clone it, and then I'm going to put another one on top of it. And again, I'm going to make the colors like kind of like not stand out like too much. Yeah, I really like the look of that. It's just enough stuff. Next, I want to add a few things to this side table like next to the bed. So I'm just going to use this lamp, and I'm going to size it way down so it'll fit on the table because the table's so small. Then I changed the lamp part of it to like this really pale purple, and then like the base of it to the gold so it goes with our bed. And then I'm going to use this magic closed book so we can just put this book on the side table. And I think I'm going to make the book just a little bit lighter than it is. And after that, I really just want to add some stuff to the wall over here by this like baby bed. I added these pictures, and I was trying to find pictures that like kind of went with the colors, although I'm not sure that they go like great with it. And then I added some frames like on top of the pictures, and then like later on, like I don't even know know if it's like in this like episode, I actually realized that you can just add like a little pet to the frames. Like I didn't even know that. So you will see that. But anyway, so I moved them over to the side wall, like 2 of them. And I really wish adoptme would add like a lot more pictures like that we could choose from, because I just don't really like all the choices, or I just don't feel like there's that many. I mean, I feel like lately they have been like adding stuff that you can buy, but I don't know. It's just a thought. Then I wanted to add like a food and a water bowl up here, just so like in case you're taking care of your pets like up in the room, like you can actually like feed them and give them something to drink. And remember, you can always like speed up this video or slow it down if you need to see like something like, I don't know, better. And anytime I use like a food or a drink for the pet, I always make like the food and the drink like look a little bit lighter than the color that they like come out as. I don't know, I just like it a lot better, and I feel like it doesn't stand out as much. And I already told you I love this rat and pet bed, so I just like cloned it and then made it like a little bit smaller and just set one like to the left of the big pet bed. I am so glad I found that piece, and I'm actually going to use it downstairs in the hallway too, because I just love it. Next, remember that really cool mirror that we used downstairs in the bathroom? Yeah, well, I'm going to put a couple of those, like 3 of those on this wall. I think this is like my new favorite mirror too. And then I really want to just make it look like it like blends in a lot, so I'm just going to make like the frame of it like a really pale purple. Okay, I really like the look of that, and I think this room up here is pretty much done. So now I just want to go downstairs to that other room and add some details. This is definitely going to be like a grinding house, like you could grind in any room that you're in. You guys know I love this biodome stuff, so I'm using this biodome pet bed, and I actually like just love the color of this already, so I don't need to change anything. And then I'm definitely going to use the biodome like food and drink bowl, but I am going to change the color of those just to match our theme a little bit better. And also I always even change like the water and the food, like because I just think it looks better as a lighter color, just like upstairs. And then I also like just like kind of made them a little bit smaller so they didn't take up so much room. And now I need to find some stuff to put on this table. Again, I love this biodome stuff, and I feel like if I make it like really small and I place it on the table, it's just going to look like pretty cool, and it'll just look like there's a little bit of stuff on our table. And again, now we can come in here and grind with our pet if we want to. I think that room looks like really good now, so we need to go out and we need to put some stuff on this bookcase out here. I like the look of this biodome fridge like to go on the shelf because it's taller and it's skinny, so it just fits on the shelf like really nicely, especially because these shelves are kind of tall. And then I could also probably like put like a tall plant there. And again, with all my plants, I pretty much always change the bases of them to white because I just think it looks better. A lot of times I change like the green too, but I actually think this green looks perfect like with what we already have going on. And then I'm going to add like a smaller plant to one of the top shelves, or to the top shelf, I guess. And I am going to change the color of that green a little bit. But of course you guys can do like whatever colors you want to. I think that's looking really good, but I still need like a couple more things. And this is the first time I ever used like this baby block, but I just thought like, well, that's kind of cool. And I just changed the color of it to like this really pale purple, and then it was like the white or whatever. I don't know. You can't even tell what it is. You can't even tell that it's like a letter block, but it definitely looks like perfect on our shelf, I think. And remember, it's so much easier to use or to move stuff with the advanced move, like when you're talking about like putting stuff on these shelves. Then I don't think that I've used one of these on the shelf before, but I used like this curved archway, and I just like sized it way down, and I'm going to put it next to that plant. And I just like to have like lots of different shapes and stuff like and colors or whatever like on our bookcase. And I don't know what it is with me and these beveled pieces, but I really like them, and I really like them on shelf. I mean, I guess they're just like a different shape, and you can like just, I don't know, make them like a cool color. And especially when you use like the glass ones, I think, because it's just kind of like, I don't know, more of a see-through color, so it just doesn't like show up as much. So I put it next to the arch. I really like how that is looking so far. And we have our lure on the bottom shelf, but I think maybe I'm going to add some candles to this. And once I add a couple candles, I think that bookcase looks like pretty good. I think it's finished, and I think it was on this account, but I'm not sure because guys, I have so many series going on at like one time. But remember, we saw that one house where like someone was using the balloons like upside down, and they looked so cool because they're kind of like glass when you change the color of them, so you can kind of like see through them. So I tried to put them over in this corner just to give it like a little bit of something. I don't know, it's like pretty cool. So of course I changed all the balloons to like a purple color. They're all a little bit different, and do you see how cool it looks, like where you can like look through them? I love it. I thought it looked a little bit funny with one on just one side, so I cloned it and I moved another one over to the other side, like in front of the bookcase. bookcase, or I guess in front of the pillar over there. The balloons might be my new favorite thing to use to decorate with. Okay, so what else can we add to this house, or what else do we need to add to this house? I decided to add like a small little rug over here in front of the door, like the outside door. And once I put that rug there, I feel like it actually looks like a door is over there, because before that, it kind of just looked like the window was funky or the wall was funky or something. So then I liked that rug so much that I actually moved one in front of the sink, and then I actually put one in front of the front door, and I actually really like it. Then I decided to put like a lemonade pitcher like on the table right there, and I'm loving this house so much that I actually don't even want to trade it away, but I am going to trade it away because it is for a series. So I know this was originally lemonade, but I changed that color to the lemonade to a purple color because it just goes with our theme better. And I think there's just one more place that we need to decorate, and that's this hall between like this living room area and the bathroom. Remember my new favorite mirror? Yeah, well, I'm gonna use that on the wall here. And again, I changed the frame color so that it was like a light purple. And if you saw that, we actually got kicked out because the summer event just started, and so that's going on now, I guess. I'm just gonna use this basic table here, and then we're gonna put some stuff on the table. Remember my favorite pet bed? Yeah, well, I'm gonna use that here too on top of the table. I just love the color of it because it's so light, and then also like I love that it almost looks like a little bear head with like ears. It's just so cute. And then I'm also gonna put like a little laundry basket here on the right side of the table. For some reason, to me, it just looks like, I don't know, I don't even think you realize it's a laundry basket, but it just looks good on the table, I think. And then just to give some color, I'm actually going to put this like pile of pillows like underneath. And then I left the laundry basket like the same color, but then I changed the color of the pillows to more like different colors of purple, and I think one's like a white or like a really light gray. And then I added this pile of clothes, and then I just changed like the color of those two to go with our theme. And then I'm just going to add this plant to the left side of the table. And then once I get that the right colors, I'm actually going to clone it. I'm going to take one of these and put it in the living room area too. I know our house is like purple, but I am kind of trying to bring in that green color everywhere too. And then I kind of just walked around to check and see if everything looked okay. And there was one spot in the kitchen I felt like adding like another plant to the left side of this other plant that's there. And then I also decided to add like a different kind of plant to the corner because I don't know, the corner just looked kind of funny in there when I was looking. Oh my gosh, guys, I just love this house. Like, I really don't want to trade it. And after I get the plant in the corner, I think I'm going to take you guys on a tour because I think our house is ready to finally trade. And I really loved that house from the first season, but I'm pretty sure that this is my new favorite house, like from Daphne Designs. So it's going to be like really hard to like top this one, I think. And I know that I'm not like the best builder, but I do feel like I'm actually getting better at it. So hopefully the more houses I actually design, the better I get at it. And the quicker, because I feel like this house took me a long time. I'm not really sure what my favorite thing in the house is, but I kind of think it's that wall of flowers, like that grinding wall. I really love that, but I also really love the loft area. The only thing I think I'm not crazy about in this house is actually the bathroom, and that's because I used all those lights. So next time I'm definitely not going to use like a bunch of lights to decorate. It just makes it like way too bright for me, and I'm not really sure how to fix it, but next time I'm just not going to use so many lights. I think that upstairs room looks so cute, and here's the loft, and I don't know what happened to this one wall, but somehow I messed it up, so I'm going to have to fix that really quick. I think it got messed up when I was working on that other room like across the way, but I'm just going to add a rug that has like a lot going on with it so that we can just change the colors and be done with that wall, because I really just want to get this house traded at this point. I mean, it seems like I've been decorating. I mean, I guess I have been for like days, and I think once I change the colors, it actually does look like really good there. Like you can't even tell that wasn't like our original plan. I think the loft is just like a nice little surprise in this house. And here's a really good look at this like living room and kitchen area, especially if you're like sitting at the table. I think it looks so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I guess depending on your favorite color, like really you could change the purple to any color that you wanted to and decorate a house like this. So I finally aged up my cold cubes so that I can make a neon to be able to trade, because remember, I'm not just trading my house, but I am working on pets mainly just to get bucks so that I can decorate my house, but it really does help our inventory. And I really think that all the ice cube pets are like really cute, but I can't really say that I've seen like a lot of people looking for neon cold cubes, but hopefully we can try to trade it. So I thought this was going to be like the first offer that we got for our house, but actually this person just wanted to tell us that they thought it was a very cute house, but they said it was a bit bright for them. But I appreciate so much that they told us that they liked it. I spent a lot of time trying to trade my house, like trying to get people to come look at my house like in the middle of town or or actually like over by the Summerfest stuff. And I did quite a few trades before I actually traded my house. I had this trade where I traded my sloth for this penguin. Then I had this person offer me a ride potion for this neon butterfly, and I definitely accepted that trade. And after that trade, I actually have a ride potion and a fly potion, and here's a look at my inventory so far before we trade our house. For working at Pets just to decorate like 2 houses, and then not even trading our second house yet, we're doing pretty good with our inventory. Then here's actually the first offer we got for our house, and they offered us a ride penguin, an ant, and a dog, and I definitely didn't want to accept that, so I told them no thank you. Then I had this person offer for my fly potion. They offered me this moonbeam butterfly, which guys, I absolutely love those, and then this mushroom friend, so I did take this offer. And then I got this offer for my house, and I definitely was not going to accept this for this house. Then I had this person offer me 3 amber butterflies for this neon Halloween cat, and this Halloween mummy cat is like really hard to trade, and I love the butterflies, so I took that trade. And then I found another person to trade me another amber butterfly so I can make a neon, and they took this cracked egg for it. And then I had this person offer me this pink betta fish for my porcupine, and I was like, yeah, I will definitely accept that. I just think these pink betta fish are so cute. I mean, I love the icy porcupines too, but they're still in game and I can still get them out of the lures. Then I don't know how you guys are going to feel about this trade. I finally traded my alpaca away. This person offered me a ride sugar glider. I think I like the sugar glider more than I like the alpaca. I'm not really sure. I probably like them about the same. And then they added in this neon blue butterfly, which isn't worth like a lot, but I do love the butterflies. I'd love for you to comment down below and tell me if you would have done this trade or not. Then I decided I wanted to try to get 4 of the pink betta fish so I can make a neon, so I traded the Singularity Pisces for 1. Then I got this offer for my house. They offered me an alicorn, a neon cat, which I know I could easily make, and then that hammerhead shark, which I do think those are really cute, but I just didn't want to accept this offer for my house. I'm really hoping that I will get more than this for it. Then I got this offer for my house, and again, I could easily make those neons, and those 2 legendaries aren't the best legendaries, so I just didn't want to accept this for my house. And I don't know if this was the best trade like values wise, but I absolutely love the blue ringed octopus, so I decided to go ahead and go through with this trade. Do you remember that neon blue butterfly that I said wasn't worth that much? Yeah, this person offered us a diamond unicorn for it, and I was definitely going to accept this trade. Then guys, I traded for days trying to trade this house. I worked on it for days just trying to trade it. And I did trade it, and I have no idea how it did not get recorded. So I'm going to go into my trade history and show you like the trade that I did for that house. And if you look at my bucks right now compared to like what they were when we started trying to trade that house, then you know like I worked on it for a long time. So here was that trade with the neon blue butterfly and the diamond unicorn, and that was the same day that I traded the house. And guys, look at this. I actually got a ride brown bear, which I love, a neon ermine, a chick, and a mega ride ratatasker. They really could have just added that brown bear, and I definitely would have done this trade. So that's what we traded our second season house for Daphne Designs for. I am so happy with that trade, guys. So happy with that. So I would love for you guys to comment down below and tell me like, what did you think about that trade? And also, can you guys give me some ideas for Daphne Designs season 3? Like what should the theme of our house be? And also, here's our inventory at the end of season 2. So until season 3 starts, I'm just going to check my lures every day and maybe work on some pets. And yeah, I need to come up with another idea for another house. Oh, and don't forget that we also have a pet handler certificate that we traded for earlier in the season. And this is the end of season 2 for Daphne Designs. Bye guys, until next time.